Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here on Reborn Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. It is day 73 of 75 for EDSS in the Realm Reborn, as we take a look at this beautiful sunset here at Airport, and the sun is setting in another way as EDSS is coming up on the last 3 days of his time as a Lancer here in the Realm Reborn, and as the lights on the ships now go on, we can now move on after finding out that once again we obtained the incorrect crystal needed to go and use it on the airship to go take on Garuda. So, with that in mind, let's speak with Sienna again. Let's take her level 43 case entitled The Curious Case of Giggity. Yes, Family Guy people, insert your jokes here. Sienna knows where the corrupted crystal that you seek can be found. Allegedly. Don't fret now, I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of Aethys, suspected ether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Eh? What's that expression? I thought you'd be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. Well, the jury's still out on that one. And what is even better is that this time you didn't need to use that warded part of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Hayden's findings suggest that it is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It has been a pleasure, Edie. Come back and see me sometime, alright? Well, I don't know about that, especially after you led us astray, but yes, if they say Gridania is where we go, then that is what we do. So, we'll take our leave from Sienna and disappear without a trace and go back to Gridania. But yeah, so essentially this is going back to where it all started, because after we got the airship back, we went to Gridania, and then Sid sent us to meet with his man, who he talked about a lot with about crystals, and he sent us to someone who sent us to the wrong place, and then that person sent us to someone, which in this case was Sienna, who also sent us to the wrong place. So essentially, it's a crazy chain that brings us right back to square one. So suffice it to say, not all that impressed. However, there's nothing much we can do about that other than make our way to Old Gridania, as has been recommended by the Duty Finder, and find out where Hayden may be. So hopefully this person is the one who can actually find us what we require. Or at least point us in the proper direction as to find what we require. Because yeah, Curious Case of Giggity kind of yeah, if you watch Family Guy, it's something that makes you think of something else entirely, and I really hope it does not have to come to that. I really hope it doesn't have to come to that. Because yeah, 12 help us if it does. Alright, so let's make our way to where this person is. They are a lot farther away than I thought they were. In fact, I could have come to the amphitheater instead of the Leatherworkers Guild, but I didn't really know where to start from. So let's speak with Hayden and take... Oh, greetings and salutations! Mr. SS, I presume? Sienna informed me of your adventures in Airport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, though as Professor Lambertaine is fond of saying, no action in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek can be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Trollswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with Spriggans, yes? The very little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones. Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Trollswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested, and I'm reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. Thank you. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when... Oh, you couldn't care less at all about this, could you? No, I couldn't. Yeah, especially since you named a Spriggan, which looks like a rabbit, after the phrase best quoted by one particular character from Family Guy. To the point then, Giggity has grown so ravenous that even his fellow Spriggans now fear for their safety. Some have gone so far as to petition the other inhabitants of the Tollswood for succor. In fact, the other day I heard that a Spriggan had been spotted in the vicinity of Little Solace. I propose that you can find this wayward creature and use him to track down and slay Giggity. I can think of no better method to locate the raging beast, can you? Well, as it turns out, that's where we're gonna go. So, since we know this is East Shroud, let's go there right now. Let's go right there now. Because we know there's not a aetheryte right at Little Solace. We have to walk a bit from the Hawthorn Hut in order to get there. So when we do indeed arrive, we notice that we have to speak with Kamuxio, which is one of the sylphs. So that means I get to bring out the high-pitched voice again. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun with doing the high-pitched voice for the sylphs before, and looks like we're gonna do so again. So off we go to the east, where we will find Kamuxio of the sylphs and get to utilize my high-pitched voice again, because sylphs are so tiny and winged like fairies. Therefore, it only makes sense that a high-pitched voice like that has to be utilized to properly represent that character. So let's talk to Kamuxio. Yeah, it's been a while since we've spoken with little Kamuxio and the sylphs. So how we doing? This one is pleased to see Walking One. Has time come for this one to wreak havoc, to wreak furious vengeance upon Imperial ones? No, not yet, Kamuxio. Oh, so Walking One seeks furry ones? This one just saw Furry One wandering about. Was very worried for Furry One. Worried for Furry One's safety. Well, let's see if you can help us with that. In this level 43 challenge entitled Of Sylphs and Spriggans, Kamuxio fears that the wayward Spriggan may be in danger. Furry One came to Little Solace in search of helpful ones. Asked these ones for aid and succor. Yeah, well, we heard about that actually from Hayden. But these ones could not do what Furry One asked, so Furry One went elsewhere, went north into Lark's Call. This one tried to warn Furry One, but Furry One would not listen. Many vile ones lurked to the north, and touched ones too. Oh, that's definitely a worry. Fortunately, it's not that far of a journey. So, let's ride my chocobo and move it. Save the wayward Spriggan. Only then to turn around and slay one of its own. If need be. Yes, cross the bridge over into Lark's Call. Yeah, we had come over here before to complete the tasks required to prevent the arrival of Ramu. And what? Okay. Yeah, this guy's on a tree branch. A fallen tree, actually. And for some reason, I'm getting stuck on branches and not tripping over them. Alright, so yes, we gotta save this wayward Spriggan somehow. We gotta be able to get on this tree branch and find a way to reach him. Actually, it doesn't look like I can from this side. I may have to go over to the other side. What am I stepping on that's getting me stuck? Jeez. Alright, here we go. So now, got to breach the perimeter. And, oh! Yes, the attacker is on the branch itself, so sorry there, Purple Sylph, but I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson. Whether you like it or not. Memories only fade if there's no one to remember them. Well, that's obviously not this particular creature that said that line. This we know is a legitimate statement. So let's get you out of the way, and you're gone. Now we gotta continue to walk out on this branch and get to Tiggy. And help out the little Spriggan. Tiggy, great Sylph! Sylph, bad Sylph! Friend save Tiggy! Friend! Tiggy, go back! Back to good Sylph! And so, away he goes. And away I go. Out of Lark's Call, because it wasn't that long of a stay. But I'll actually have to come back here later to slay more enemies for the hunting log for the Lancers Guild. So, across the bridge, past the river, and back to Little Solace. Cheech, huh? So where's Chong? Yeah, that one kind of wrote itself. It's Komuxio.
Walking One is most helpful one. Furry One Tiki spoke highly of Walking One's bravery, but this one wonders why Walking One first sought to find Furry Ones. Walking One seeks Furry One giggity? Even these ones have heard tell of Hungry One. Furry One Tiki asked these ones to hunt Hungry One, but these ones have not means to do so. Furry Ones crave wars, yes, but Hungry One is clever and cautious. If Walking One wishes to catch Hungry One, Walking One must use very rare, very special lore.
Do you have it, or do I have to go find it?
This one knows little and less of lore, but Walking One may win at Sanctum of 12 knows much. Walking One should seek aid of Goldsmithing One.
And so yeah, now we're going to go to a place we haven't even been yet. We have to go to this spot on the map. Yeah, it's a long way to go, but we gotta do it. We gotta do it for it must be done. So, West Now. West Now to reveal a brand new part of the map and a brand new location within the East Shroud. It's just a matter of finding my way there. Let's take a right. And get past some scary gnats. And some vicious wild boars. And then once we're past those, then we'll have to run through bats. And tree ants. More boars. Where are we on the map? Okay, so it looks like we're going the right path. We're staying true to where we need to go. And so... yeah, I do believe it is this that we want. Because yeah, the arrow is now pointing us correctly. As ensure that it's being pointed correctly. So yes, right over here is the Sanctum of the 12. And is here where we will find the person we are seeking, Merwin. And since there's also a challenge, I believe it is a level 43. Okay, good. Yeah. We can take care of that challenge while we're here too. All to get that ever more important experience, now more than ever. Alright, Merwin. Oops. Sorry. Gotta get off first.
Yes, what is it? Oh, so you wish to lure out that rampaging Spriggan with a rare ore. I have an idea, though it is a bit unorthodox and convoluted.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you expect in this game. So, let's go ahead and take Merwin's level 43 challenge entitled Crazy Enough to Work. Merwin has hatched a ridiculous plan to ensnare the dastardly Giggity.
A church golem was recently sighted near the gates to the Sylphlands. Who created it and why it was left free to roam is anyone's guess. In any case, the construct's presence is profoundly serendipitous, for the source stone of a church golem is created by enchanting a chunk of True Heart ore. True Heart, in case you were unaware, is an exceedingly rare ore, one which Giggity has almost certainly never tasted and will therefore be unable to resist. So all you need to do is search for the golem, slay it, claim his heart, and use it to bait the Spriggan. Oh, and do remember to rub the soulstone against a sufficiently large concentration of ember. Say, amber scale rock in the central shroud. Short of petitioning a mage versed in golem magics, that is the only way I know to dispel the enchantments woven into a true heart. Eh? Why are you looking at me like that? I had relations with a thaumaturge once, if you must know. Yes. Well, before we go off and take care of that, let's go around to the other side. Because since we have another challenge that can be made available to us, we might as well take it. So, run through the water and go over to Offleda. Let's go ahead and take her level 43 challenge entitled Windy Wedding. It's a nice day for a windy wedding. To those who avow that wed is dead, Offleda would answer that 'tis airy to marry. The sanctum feels so very sanctified, don't you find? A very good friend of mine, practically sisters we are, is to be wed here, and I'm the maid of honor. It really is an honor, you know, to see her trousseau. But I digress. So easy to do that about dresses, don't you find? Especially about Mercadian samite, and this wonderfully fine lace made by tiny Lalafin children. Or Lalafellin children. There I go again. I meant to ask you about wind sprites, do pardon me. Well, not really wind sprites so much as their calls. I need 4 of them. Why? Oh, I can't tell you, not until you get them. Secrets are so much fun, don't you find?
Well, let's see if we can find the golems we require. In fact, we actually have to go pretty much the way we're planning on going anyway. So yeah, we could do both of those things and then come back here. Because one of them will force us to come back here, but I can't remember if both of them do. So then, back through the Bramble Patch. And what I want to do is take the turn as soon as I can find it. Which would be this one right here. Yeah, it took me a while to figure this one out when I went through with my first avatar, but yeah, that's a Chrysal term there. We're not going to bother with the level 23 sylphs. They're not worth our trouble. But once I get over across the bridge, then they will be. Especially since we'll have to defeat wind sprites and sylvan sides. Alright, here we go. Beat up time. In fact, I should have my chocobo out for this. Bring out the battle. And away we go again. Yeah, because obviously we're going to need to slay 4 wind sprites. We're also going to need my chocobo's help for fighting the Church Golem. I'll curse you for using Cure. Thankfully you didn't get off in time. Alright, so let's start pounding on wind sprites. Over here. Right over here. That's it. Let's go ahead and teach you guys a lesson. Okay, so the Snarl is one who's attacking me. The Screech is choosing to refrain from battle. And boom, gone. Boom, gone. So now your turn. And I think we may need to cut off the Vein Stool while we're here, just so that we're not having to put up with so much crap. In fact, I've never actually attacked or destroyed a Vein Stool before. And yeah, now the Screech starts to dirty their hands. So now let's get rid of you, so that you're not giving me problems. But I have to work quickly because I know you guys will respawn. So I have to be on my toes at all times. Alright, now let's haul off the Bane Stool. As I said before, I've never actually attacked one of these. And I can see why, it has a lot of HP. I don't know why I used that when I didn't need to. In fact, yeah, I was right. Yeah, that'll damage it further. And gone. Oh, and another wind sprite shows right up. Thank you very much for your reappearance. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, what would you need wind sprites core for? Oh, and my Chocobo gained another experience level, alright. So now it's up to rank 3. And boom, you're dead. Now, since these sides are here, we might as well kill them. Add to our hunting log. Every little bit helps, no question about it. Let's pummel you guys into submission. Let's do a lot of trimming on you guys. And soon, gone. Now for another Screech. Yeah, too bad we can't actually have real Screech. And yeah, I mean that in 2 ways. Screech as in from Saved by the Bell, played by Dustin Diamond, and Screech, the notorious liquor produced exclusively in Newfoundland and Labrador, home of Proton John. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of recovery here. Because I want to make it a point to just keep going and attacking. Getting our bonuses and benefits wherever we can find them. Because every little bit does help. And I get the feeling that this is going to be... that day 73 and 74 are going to all be about this. Alright, yeah, come over here and fight me, Snarl. Hey, you want to fight me that bad? Come over and fight me. Come over and fight me where you have no advantage whatsoever. And where you can't easily get reinforcements. You know, make us an example of you soon enough, don't worry. And you are gone. Alright, now over here. Over to this last wind sprite. We won't bother with the Bane Stool this time. So let's take it to you. And your little Sylvan Screech friend while we're at it. Now your turn. So we got the necessary number of cores. Now it's just a matter of taking care of the Sylvan Size when they appear. Once I get those killed off, then we can add that to my hunting log, and then we can go after the Shirt Golem. Alright, more fun with the Sylvan Scythe. Thank you for constantly reappearing at the same spot over and over again. It makes life a lot easier. And we've already got you past halfway, but then you stun me. No matter, it is a temporary problem. And soon, you're gone. Okay, that's on my... that wasn't on the Lantis Guild log, it was on the log for the Maelstrom. Well, I've already accomplished what I need to with that, so... you know, since they're not letting me mount the Chocobo, because I'm considered to still be in battle, because the Bane Stool is considered to be attacking me. Yeah, I wonder how long that's going to take to come off. Ah, yeah, that's right, I can't. Okay, well then, let's run back to across the bridge until we can actually have the Bane Stool off of our radar. Yeah, because that's going to be haunting me as long as it's there. Come on, you stupid Bane Stool, get off my radar. Thank you. Ugh. Yeah, that only took forever. Now then, back into Lark's Call. Back into Lark's Call in order to do the second part of the challenges that were required of us. In this case, it's the mandatory challenge. The search for a Shirt Golem in Lark's Call. So back into the confines of the Fate. Yeah, Morbles. Those things are on my hunting log for the Lancers Guild. We're not going to deal with them because anyone who never knows what the Morble, or as they're best known as the Marlborough, are like, that's one of the toughest things you can have to put up with. Alright. Oh, it looks like it's going to chase me the whole length of the field, and that's not good. Yeah, are you going to fight me or not? Yeah, thankfully everything went away, except for the two Sylvan Scythes. But there are ways to deal with this problem. Soon I will have you beaten. There we go. Okay, destination right there. Destination not unknown, destination right in front of me, but being guarded by an Ochu. Which means odds are we have to fight it. So let's go ahead and do that. And hope that nothing else comes in, because yeah, the Ochu is feral. So we are forced to fight it. Oh, and here comes Ochu number 2. Here comes O2 number 2, and that is bad. Yep, there it goes. It launched the poison. It launched the poison, so therefore I'm forced to attack it. Now this is where we're really into the point of the game where getting to where you need to access becomes a lot tougher. Alright, so that's done. So now all we have to do, once my health recovers, is investigate this. And await a Chert Golem, which is right over here. There it is. So let's take it on. Ugh. Yeah, these golems always have a lot of special abilities at their disposal. You have to be very careful. And up between your legs. Oh, and you're going after my chocobo now, huh? I'll make sure that you don't lay a finger on him again. And you're dead. Yeah, be reduced to rubble. So now we would have to go back to... We would have to go over to the central shrub, but before we do that, let's go ahead and take care of the Windy Wedding task. So let's make sure we're getting back on track and make our way there. So yeah, it gives you an indication of what you're going to be dealing with here in Lark's Call. Not the least of which includes the dreaded Moorballs, aka Marlboros. Alright, he gives up chase, so you know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and gamble. We're going to risk everything to get ourselves a big, ugly piece of the most feared monster in Final Fantasy history, the Moorball, aka the Marlboro. Because yeah, if you notice what happened to my Chocobo, it took quite a beating from the special ability known as Bad Breath. That's what makes the Moorball notoriously infamous, because you have, when you're fighting it, it can cast Bad Breath on you and inflict you with a whole plethora of status ailments. And that can really set you back when you're trying to get something done. And more often than not, you're better off not even touching these things. You're better off just running for your life and getting out of danger. In this instance, though, that's a luxury we are not afforded. Here, you have to fight more balls if you want to add them to your hunting log. And of course, this is through the Lancers Guild. I don't know if it necessarily applies to other warrior classes or magic classes, but I imagine at least one of them would. Alright, next Moorball. Next Moorball to lay waste to, and we're gonna have to deal with the Sylph too. Let's stick it to these big, ugly, nasty Moorballs in this instance. I keep wanting to call them, oh crap. Yeah, that was the Hornet's Nest. That was very much the Hornet's Nest. Oh, I am in trouble right now. I am in trouble right now. In fact, oh crap, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I'm so dead. I am so dead. Yeah. Yeah, I set up the Hornet's Nest, and now I have to go back to Camp Dragonhead. So you know what? I'll do all this off camera and join you when I get back to the place over where the Wind Sprite cores are required. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so now that we have that taken care of, I finally killed off enough Marlboros to get the hunting log entry for the Lancers Guild. There were another set of monsters that I had to get in addition to the Marlboro to complete that particular part of the Lancers Guild to get the experience points, but I do have it now. So, let's speak with Fleda and finish this task.
You have the cores? Wonderful! Oh, this will be the social event of the season. So exciting. My friend and I are very close. Practically sisters, you know.
And so, here are your sprite cores.
Thank you ever so much. Shall I tell you my little secret? Well, since you've been so very helpful, I'm going to use these when it's time to throw the rose petals. It will be quite the flower storm, to be sure. 4 is too many? Are you sure? Well, I suppose I should try beforehand, once perhaps on my own estate. It is the social event of the season.
And I can attest to that because of the fact that I'm attending 2 weddings in the course of the next 6 weeks. Alright, so, since we were asked to go back to the Central Shroud, let's go ahead and do that right now. Take care of that right now. complete the crazy enough to work task, or at least part of it, and see where we continue on from here. But if we did get everything the way we were supposed to, we should be able to get what we require. If rubbing against the correct type of stone produces the correct results, then we will have made progress. But is it the correct progress? We do not know that yet, because we have been misled on 2 occasions. So we now have to make it a point to see if there is validity to this particular task. And that will involve us heading to the west. So away we go, over to the Matron's Lethe in order to get to the staining courses. Because I'm pretty sure that's where this thing is. Can't quite get the jump. Can't jump quite high enough. But nonetheless, away we go. So let's take a right and continue from tree to stairs. From one part of wood to another part of wood. From wood in its original form to wood in an altered form, as it were. So through the Sorrel Haven. Yeah, we're actually going towards the direction of Hawk Manor. But of course, we're not going in there. And so now to Hopesea Pond. Yeah, Air Scale Rock is going to be over to the right. But we will have to get around, I do believe, or maybe not. Yeah, because I wouldn't want to deal with those Marlboros. Alright, run past the Lindworms. Alright, yeah, down in here is where we want to go. With all these revenant spirits around. This is the place they want us to come to, and hey, Tiggy's even here. And I don't know why the battle music is going on, because we're not fighting anything and nothing's attacking us. Alright, Tiggy. Or, shiny or! Tiggy or! Giggity or! Friend stop giggity! Giggity, giggity, giggity! Yeah, all that's missing is giggity, giggity, goo. Giggity is home! Tiggy's afraid! Friend come home! Friend stop giggity! And so away it goes. So now let's use the True Heart to lure out the enemy that we must defeat. Who's gonna be over there? So, summon the Chocobo again. And find our way out of this place. There we go. And so now our task takes us north. So that is where we will go once we get a good opportunity to do so. And this ought to do. And now we can start heading north. Go around this tree. Can we get around this tree? Maybe if we jump on the stones here? Yep. Keep going. Oh, no. Yeah, try that again. Try it again. And go. Got it. We got it. Now we can cross over this bridge. Yeah, because that would have been a waste of time to go around the massive tree. So into the standing courses. And by the looks of it, we are going to be descending somewhere around here. Well, actually, I think I know exactly where we're going. And to this little cave. Yeah, this'll do. Yeah, look at everything that's about here. Including the resilient Spriggans who aren't going away. And well, this person looks to have been doing the same task I was doing, and they're just leaving. Saying, hey, we even completed the mapping of the Central Shroud. Yeah, this is where we started our journey, essentially, in the Realm Reborn, was here in the Central Shroud, and now we have all of it mapped. Okay, so this is the destination that we've been asked to come to. Let's bring out my Chocobo again, because this help is going to be very much appreciated. But we're going to have to fight off other Spriggans before we can even get a chance to fight the big, ugly Giggity. Yeah, that looks to be the situation, because I know for a fact that you cannot just simply highlight the destination and activate it standing from the bottom. You have to actually be standing at the top of the rock, and now the Cradle Golem is coming into play. Yeah, everyone wants a crack at me before I can have the proper fight. This is not uncommon. I've had this happen to me many times before. So it's something that I've pretty much grown accustomed to as being a part of the status quo in terms of fighting enemies here in A Realm Reborn. You can't get rid of everything, and you can't get rid of what you need until you get rid of everything else. So now, pull out the True Heart. And yes, there it is. Target sighted. But it looks like we're gonna have to put up with reinforcements. It looks like we have to put up with reinforcements whether we like it or not, and whether we do like it or not, we're gonna have to go all the way here. Yeah, I had a feeling we would have to fight this Spriggan, and we're going to have to. Thankfully, though, this is not turning out to be all that bad of a fight. And then once we get you out of the way, then we can get you out of the way, and then we can get your friend out of the way, and then we can get out of your way. Oh, screw this. Yeah, it's just reinforcements reasserting their presence, so we're getting out of here. Enough is enough. Which means I had to sacrifice my chocobo, unfortunately. I gotta get out of here until I'm not being pursued. Now, thankfully, the 33 Spriggans won't come after me. It's just the 43s that I'm worried about, and this one will not continue stop with its pursuit. Yeah, until I'm pretty much over in the West Shroud, or rather in the North Shroud, I should say. Alright, so I'll see you guys back over at talking to Hayden in a moment, so be right back. Okay, so now back here at Old Gridania, where we find Hayden again. Let's talk to her and finish this.
Ah! Pray do not sneak me up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait. What is that? What is that ghostful smell?
Would it be the corrupted crystal?
My word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. Ah, and I also see you weren't averse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know. This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the watered pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You've finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with Earth-expected ether!
And, unsurprisingly, we are O3.
Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice-expected ether, worry not.
Yeah, I suppose that joke was in poor taste. You think? Considering your previous two attempts were for naught. But, yeah, there it is. And so now if we speak with Hayden again, we'll take her level 43 challenge entitled Better Late Than Never. Hayden has neglected to return to you your corrupted crystal. What?
Beg your pardon, Edie, I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lambertine? Something about a man named Marquez. Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? To reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Ah, well, perhaps it is best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information.
And so, let's go and... well, we don't necessarily need to use the... teleport spell. We can just use an Aethernet crystal to go back to the plaza, and from there, speak with Sid. And once we do, I'm going to have to make it a point to grind again, because of the fact that, as it stands right now, because I know that the battle against Garuda is level 44, day 74 will all be about me taking on challenges that are intended to boost up my experience points more, so that I am able to get to level 44 and take on Garuda on the 75th and final day of the first part of this LP. So it is time to go back over to Sid and deliver him what he has been long awaiting. So, around here, past you. And let's go over and speak with Leon L.A. Greetings, sir. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? Of course I do. Ugh, hiccup there. Sorry. Had a bit of a hiccup there towards the end of this video. So, let's go over to Sid, and once again we cannot jump over the rail. And hey, we caught up with this guy again. Alright, Sid. All the pairs and modifications have been completed, Edie. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. Except for 250,000 experience points. So, I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Edie, I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. Well, that's good news to me. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it'll become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. And so, with that taken care of, we got our option of level 43 belts or a ring, but none of them can actually help me, so you know what? That's 2,500 more gil in my bank account. And I've yet to exchange these, and I have to make it a point to do that, because as you see, now that we have completed this part of the challenge, we have to find out that Sid's next one, well, yeah, let's just get this out of the way, but yeah, this lets you know that you have to be at 44 before you can take this challenge, so we'll deal with that on day 75. So we know what has to be done on day 74. We have to accumulate 250,000 experience points. Part of that I can do through grinding in a dungeon like the Stone Vigil, but part of it will also entail me doing various quests that I have passed up. There was one at 43 that I did notice that we could take here in Gridania. There's also a slew of level 40s available in Kerthus that we can take. So for the first part, going through Stone Vigil, I can do that off camera. Everything else will be done on camera for day 74. So, we know what we have to do, we just know what separates us from getting there. So, at this point I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. And when I join you again, after a run through Stone Vigil, we will continue taking on various side quests in order to put us over the top to get to the ever-coveted level 44 and our much-awaited battle with Garuda. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.